Hey guys, it's Jay Cross here. The new unit, the Demolisher, came out, and many people were really excited about it. A little hesitant, but really excited because it seemed like it had potential to be a good unit. Upon getting said unit, I took it into the boss strike immediately because I was eager to use it, and it got killed like the first wave. So I barely got to use it one time, and then I was like, crud, and it was dead. So I took my other one into battle and used it, and it was almost as depressing. Just didn't do as well for me. Okay, so anyway, let's just talk about it for a second. It's got 3 shots here, which all look great on paper, but in reality, it isn't as great. I love the unit. It looks cool, the huge ball there. I don't understand the hang-up with this unit, why it the first shot can't target behind blocking units. I wished it could hit both rows, but it can't. It can't go through blocking units. So in the boss strike, there's usually tanks and walls up front. This first shot, you're only going to hit this front row here. Now, if you take it back to defend it behind something, it can only hit this row with that shot. And if you put it on the back row, that first shot can't hit anything. Now, these other 2 units, this second shot here, which is the 10-ton drop, can't go behind blocking units either. So if you have walls and stuff on the front row, this shot's not going to even be able to get past the front row. But if you didn't, it could go all the way to the back here, to the last row with this shot. Now, this shot doesn't care. It's indirect, so it doesn't care about any of those things. It'll hit everything on the board, but it will only hit defensive structures. And it gives 100% crit versus defensive structures. Now, the one hang-up I have is that the thing does not kill the defensive structures immediately. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't. Sometimes you have to use 2 shots. Now, I don't know about you, but on a boss strike, giving up 2 shots during each wave just to kill some walls, to me, is pointless. Now, if it's a tower or if it's the electrical tower or something like that, maybe, but I think I'd rather use my a boar, or I'd rather use the legendary mammoth and hit other things at the same time while I'm hitting that tower. Of course, it's going to take it out better. So, depending on your strategy and what units you have, you might want to stick it on the back row here. Let's just do this really quick. The other hang up here is that wherever you put this unit, you see this would hit the whole row if it was in the center. But because it's not, it's only going to hit these 4 blocks. So this unit, the first shot has to be dead center, either here or on the second row, to hit the entire row. There's the loud sound effects there. So let's take this second shot here from this one, and it does 100% damage in the center and 25% on the splash damage, which is it's okay. I think the tank crushers do better because you can hit those defensive structures, and you can hit those tanks, and you can hit those soldiers, and it just seems to do a lot better damage than this guy. So I'm not a huge fan of this unit. Also, it dies quickly. I know I've already said that, but it dies quickly. That just frustrates me. Okay, so I put together a short video. I took it out on a test ride, and this was the first one, and this just shows you exactly what happened with this unit. The results vary. I mean, you can go and use it on some battles, and it'll just do much better. But on average, it's not gonna be that way every time. It's gonna be more like this. So you can see this. I don't understand why this shot, the earthquake, you can move the earthquake shot around and it changes where it's going to hit. I guess if you wanted to leave a wall over here, it gives you the option to leave that wall there. Why? Who knows? But they gave you that option. So you have to find, buried in the center there where you can't see it, you have to find the arrow, that one spot, and hit it. Okay, now let's pause that. Now you see, it hit the defensive structures, which are the walls, and it gave a crit, but it did not kill them. This is R6. It did not kill them. It did 488 to 453. I don't know about you, but 2 rounds to take out walls is a waste for me. Maybe 1 I would have been okay with. Alright, now it does not do very well against poison damage. Even though it has pretty decent defenses. Okay, it says it takes, I guess it takes 100% fire. So it has no damage mods for fire, so it's going to take the exact damage. Alright, now I froze this unit. Let me back that up. Because I used the Wrecking Ball, the first shot that you see here, which is the Demolish. And you see it got a crit on both the Mega Tank and the Heavy Chemical Tank. Now you see that it did not do very well even though it got a crit, and that's because these two units have very good damage modifiers on them against crushing damage, which this has crushing damage. The 10-ton drop, which is the middle shot here, does explosive damage, so it will do better than the first one. I wish two things of this first shot. I wish this first shot could hit through blocking units and hit this whole front row. And I also wish that it had explosive damage, because it would do so much better. But Z2 did not want to give us the unit that way. It would have been too good. So anyway, that's that shot. Now finally, 2 shots. I've managed to kill 1 wall. The other one is still alive. So I'm going to freeze this tank here to see what kind of damage that the 10-ton drop will do here on this unit. And this unit's frozen, so it can be frozen. I'm going to have to use this guy back here. And the 10-ton drop, I'm going to put it over here. I can't go past that. Any blocking units, can't get behind it. Okay, well, I didn't do that. Can't even remember what I did now. Okay, so I did the Demolish hit again, which hit the whole front row. Let's look at those stats again. It got a 79 on the wall, and it got 167 on the soldier unit and 284 on the tank. It has a 50% attack against vehicles, so to get a crit, and it did not get a crit that time though. So results may vary. And this is what happens here. He got hit a 3rd time and he died. So what I did is I closed it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to lose the guy just demoing it. I'm just kind of sad, but I don't want to heal it for a while. So overall, I guess my ratings of this unit is, if you already have the Legendary Mammoth, you have a Legendary Boar, you don't need it. You just don't need it. Unless you want to stick it in the back here and you just like to get rid of those towers. Maybe you get one of them that's free when they give you the Nanopods. Stick it in the back and see how well, if you need something to get rid of those things. But otherwise, if you're doing okay with the units that you have, I'd say no. Stick with the Aereo Jetpacks, Legendary Mammoth, Legendary Boars. Walls are great to have up front because they draw fire from the other units. They get killed, no big deal. You put your meat shields on the front, heaviers, mega tanks, whatever you have, whatever you're using, and use ETs to freeze. Tank crushers do okay as well, but they do die. They do die after a couple of waves if they're not protected. All right, guys, hope you're doing good this boss strike. I'm not going to have to say I'm not going to get any more of these units just because I just don't. I've got enough units. I don't need any more units that can do what other units can do. So thank you, Z2, for the cool-looking unit, but I'll pass on getting any more. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave some comments below. Maybe you like the unit. Maybe you found some reason that you like it. Leave it below so somebody else can make up their mind. All right, guys.